Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Kenya, a breathtaking country.
So today we are going to learn something about Kenya. I'm so excited. So let us listen to this our brother, okay, and take some notes. Let's go.
In Kenya, everybody is begging for something. In Kenya, everybody is begging for something.
In Kenya, everybody is begging for something.
Kenya was maybe the second hardest country ever to film in. Kenya was maybe the second hardest country ever to film in.
OMG. You mean this beautiful Kenya that I'm seeing? Anyways, let me continue with my notes.
Everywhere you go, there's just still water, right? Inside of the aquivores, I don't know what they're called. And when you walk by it, it has a bad stench, a bad smell. There's oftentimes trash that gets blown inside of it, pee inside the water.
Oh my God.
That are there. I would say that the people in Kenya are less hospitable.
Really? I thought Kenyans were nice people. The people in Kenya are not nice, they are not hospitable. Okay guys, so let us dive straight into the video. So these are the things he talked about Kenya. Number one, he talked about dealing with beggars in Kenya. Number two, he talked about difficulty to film in Kenya. Number three, he talked about the weather. Number four, he talked about sitting water and trash in Kenya. Number five, he talked about the restaurant, the food, and so on. Number six, he talked about Kenyan women. Number seven, he talked about Kenyans being less hospitable. You know, I'm just going to leave it there. So before I verbalize my own opinion, let us listen to another African American based in Kenya. This lady said, I am a black American lady. I live in Kenya by choice. I love it and I love the people. But let's get real, young man. By the way, I am very well traveled. You young people going into third world countries and filming life for the sake of content creation with no understanding of a culture is utterly ridiculous. Do you understand where you are going and the realities of the place? Some of these things you have experienced, you made yourself a target. Seriously. There are millions of destitute and poor people in most of these nations, and the reality is that if you were in their shoes, you yourself might beg if you hadn't eaten in a few days. As far as the other critics, I get this is for content and your personal experience, but honestly, you should have had a guide. Also know when to shut off the cameras. In many of these cultures, photos and cameras are sometimes an issue depending on the beliefs of the people you are catching on film. Study before you go. Also, the people for the vast majority are wonderful, loyal, and honest. Also, on the women, dude, in a place with literally millions in one city, your views are just too generalized. The women are actually the opposite of what you say. My son visited here and he is extremely handsome and successful, and it was not at all what you describe. Most of the attention you receive, especially in the CBD, was simply because some people heard your American accent, period. I really think your video is such a poor portrayal of the country. Even in the video clips you showed off yourself, you were not very friendly. You were quite agitated, as if someone owed you something. It's Kenya, Africa. Kenyans are some of the most humble, caring, and good people. Okay, guys, so I think he was being brutally honest. That was his experience. This person has her own experience living in Kenya, which is okay. Now, I can relate to some of the things he said with my own country. Now, let me read it out. He talked about dealing with beggars in Kenya. Also, over here, OMG, this thing is everywhere. Even in my country, especially with these kids. These kids will vehemently pull you and say, give me something. Give me something. You are not giving, they are pulling you. Gosh. Now, let us go to the next one, difficulty to film. This happened in my country. So you see why I said I can relate to some of the things he said? OMG. He talks about the restaurant. Yap. You know, you walk into a restaurant and you pay so much money. The customer service, you know, And the food, you want to go to a restaurant and pay money and enjoy the food and enjoy yourself. It's not about the beauty or the, you want to be comfortable. Yeah, you want to be comfortable. You want to eat clean food, because trust me, don't come over here and eat out there, okay? Don't come over here and eat out there, because you don't know the water they're using. You don't know the environment they are cooking the food in. You don't know the condition. So that is why so many people over here are having typhoid and the rest. They're having stomach issues and all that. Yeah, you go to some of these expensive restaurants. They take like 30 minutes to 1 hour to bring your food. And when they eventually bring the food, you're like, is this for me or for a baby? So this is what I'm paying for? OMG. Sometimes the food is so small, the food is tasteless, the food is salty. Now let us go to the next point. He talks about sitting water and trash. OMG. OMG. This is actually the problem over here. This is actually what even bloggers are talking about. Our bloggers, are talking about on social media. These people need to clean the gutters. The gutters, you have sitting water there. Everywhere is so, people are littering the whole place, throwing dirt anyhow. These gutters don't have a connection. So the water just stands there. They don't have a connection, a channel for the water to pass and maybe go drain somewhere. Nothing. So that is why the water is just standing there. The trash is standing there, because people are not there to remove the trash. And then the people themselves, the mentality, OMG. You see someone driving a big car and then just throwing something out of the window, throwing dirt out of the window on the road. Sometimes I keep fighting with all these taxi men. I keep telling them, stop throwing dirt. Stop throwing dirt like this. And they'll tell me, oh, the ones that you're seeing, am I the one that threw them? And I said, yeah, your colleagues did. So stop it. Don't do it. Because nobody is there to clean. Even if somebody was there to clean, it doesn't mean you should just be throwing anyhow. You can't be driving on the road and you're eating banana or peanut or whatever, and you're just throwing the dirt on the road. Are we living in a trash? Are we living in a dustbin? We all are fighting to go to Europe. You think when you go to Europe, you are going to be trained dead like that? So why don't you also keep your own country clean? You think in Europe they are just trained dead like that? That is what I always tell them, And he mentioned something about pissing beside the road. These men, this is something that I keep saying that they need to change. They need to paste it all over. The government need to do something and say, if we catch you doing this, we are gonna give you fine. We are gonna lock you up. They need to do this, because these people you see out here, you need to use before they can change, okay? You need to use before they can change. If not, nothing will change. So let us quickly go to the next point. I don't want this video to be too long. He talked about hospitality. Kenyans, you guys aren't kind. You guys aren't kind. You don't have kindness in you. You need to listen up a bit. You need to listen up a bit and be kind. Treat strangers with kindness. Be hospitable, okay? Now, let me tell you about my experience working with a Kenyan in the UAE. OMG, I can't really generalize, okay? But working with her, it was okay. But what she did to me, God of Nazareth, I can't really generalize, but it's a sad situation. But anyways, back to what we are talking about. This also in my country, like the video I showed you about what happened, and me filming in my country, it's the same. It's the same. Even though people will say, oh, it's the culture, it has nothing to do with culture. It's the mentality. It's the same. It has nothing to do with culture. To say, oh, it's not their culture, they don't like cameras. It's the mentality. These people you see out here, Cameroonians are not really on YouTube. They don't even know what is happening out there. They don't know what is happening in other African countries, They don't even know what is happening in their own country. Sometimes somebody will see something on my post or in my phone and say, oh, this is Cameroon. And I will be like, yeah. And the person will be like, really? This place is in Cameroon? Where is it? They don't know nothing. You get? The only thing they do is to go on Facebook or TikTok and they are quarreling and fighting there and beefing there up and down. To do outdoors vlogs is so difficult. Indoors, outdoors, it's so difficult to film out there. Pourquoi tu filmes les gens? Elle filme les gens. Pourquoi tu filmes les gens? But when you give them something, they'll take. When you give them money or you give them things, they will take. But when you're just filming and minding your business, you're filming yourself. You're filming the empty road. Someone far from you is coming and asking you, why are you filming? You are not even filming the person. You do not even turn the camera to film the person. The person is right there at that other angle, but it's rushing to come and ask you, why are you filming? Are you a journalist? Oh, how does it work? What will you do with the videos? Oh, you're going to post it on YouTube? How does YouTube work? Oh, how do you make money? Oh, show me. Oh, maybe you. Not to talk of saying you want to conduct interviews. Where? How? Why? That you will just see a random person and say, oh, what do you think about Cameroon? You expect the person to take you around, to show you nice places, to say, oh, this. You need to give them something. Out there, everybody is busy. Out there, everybody is angry. You guys, let me end the video here. I don't want the video to be too long. One thing I know is that Kenya is a very beautiful country, and I really, really love Kenya, and I respect his opinion, okay? You know, we have to respect people's opinions. You know, that was his experience, and that is, you know, he was just being honest. OMG, I can talk and talk and talk. Anyways, you guys, that was his experience. Let us respect that. Let us leave it at that, you know? Even though so many people thought he was being irrational, you know? Anyways, you guys, these points are very, very vital in our next video. The video we are going to be talking about another African country. We are going to compare these things, okay? So make sure you watch that next video. If this is your first time here, my name is Marie, and you are watching me from West Africa, precisely Cameroon. Thank you so much for clicking this video. Thank you for listening to my rant. We want Africa to be the best country, you know. We don't want to come over here and put down one country and uplift the other. Is that the right English? We don't want to come here and downgrade another country. We want to see Africa great, okay? We want to see Africa change. We want to see things change. Coming here and saying that, oh, this thing did not happen, or because this person came and experienced this thing, and you are coming and saying, oh, how can you say this? It will not change anything. It won't still change the fact that if you go there, you are going to see these things. We want Africa to change, and the only way it can change, I don't know. I don't know, because we have been talking and talking and talking. I don't know if the talk is even helping out, but let us keep talking. Let us keep pointing out these things. Maybe it may reach someone, and someone will watch it and say, oh, this thing is not right. Yeah, let me stop doing this. Who knows? Yeah, so that is it. So make sure you subscribe to the channel and thumbs up this video. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for watching. I'm your mama, your auntie, your sister, your daughter, MK, all the way from the motherland. Eat healthy, stay happy. Bye.